Hey guys, so first we're just gonna introduce ourselves and then we're gonna kind of share our screen and go through a little presentation and then we'll have a little bit of Q&A at the end. But I'll start off. So hi, my name is Shazeen. I am one of the co-VPs of marketing currently at ITMSA this year. And I'm joined by two of the members, Mike and Riha. And if you guys can introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Riha Desai, and I'm the other co-VP of marketing for ITMSA.
And hey guys, I'm Mike. I'm the Executive Vice President this year for ITMSA.
Yeah, so we're gonna get through this presentation.
It says I can't share my screen if it's being shared by another participant. So are we just presenting from here?
I think Nicole's screen is.
Yeah, so I have all of your slides, so you can just let me know and I'll click through it.
Okay.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay, so I guess we'll just get started.
Yeah.
So hi guys, we are ITMSA, the Information Technology Management Students Association. And our main mission is to serve, represent, and contribute to the BTM student body through being a positive catalyst for change. And on the next slide, we just have a short video kind of showcasing our mission and how we accomplish it.
All right, so I'm just gonna give a quick disclaimer. This may be loud, considering if you're listening to headphones, so just be warned.
Yeah, so that was just a short little video about our mission. And now some fun facts about ITMSA is that we were founded in 2002. So we are currently running for about 18 years at this point. And so far we've served over 1,800 BTM students and even more in the past few years. And another fun fact that you guys might be interested, especially if you're in the BTM program, is that we do hire associates every year and generally during the fall semester. So definitely keep a lookout for that because we'll be posting more about it on our social medias, and we are going to be hiring some general associates this year. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Is my mic lagging?
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Okay, everyone can hear me or?
Yeah, I think now it's good.
Okay.
So
if you just want to carry on
to the next one.
Yeah.
Okay, so ITMSA, some of our upcoming events. So this year is a little different. Obviously, we have a lot of events that are virtual, but the goal is still to provide the BTM students and basically just kind of reach out to Ted Rogers to have social and engaging ways to interact with the community. And some of them so welcome BTM. It's actually not on the September 25th. It's actually going to be on October 5th. But this event kicks off kind of like the 2020-2021 school year for ITMSA, and you'll have a chance to mingle with many of the upper year BTM students, learn about ITMSA events and how to get involved and play some games and things like that. It'll be sort of like a de-stressor kind of event. And yeah, so be on the lookout for that. And we also have a unique event that we've been working on that we haven't, touched on in the past few years, which is our CAMH initiative. And on there, we're going to have a lot of panelists talk about, how to tackle, mental health with technology. And we're just going to, really engage with students on how to give you guys tips and tricks and things like that within the, this pandemic, and how technologies can impact mental health based on that. So please be on the lookout for that as well.
So yeah, so for our big coming event, just follow us on Instagram. That's where we'll be like kind of promoting everything. And for that Instagram, it's just at ITMSA. And then the next slide. So yeah, so on top of our social media, we like recently did like a brand new relaunch for our website, which is itmsa.ca. And on this website, we kind of have upcoming events with what's happening throughout the whole year, our old events and what you can kind of see. And therefore kind of just so you have an understanding of what ITMSA does. We have like this weekly blog post series. So currently on our social media, we're doing this like first year guide. So if you're a first year student, we did like 1 week we talked all about D2L. So how does D2L work? How does all that stuff work? And we had like videos of ambassadors kind of just showing how they did all of that. And then on top of that, we also had this thing for RAMs, I think, where we basically just had a bunch of like videos about this is how RAMs work, so you add a course, all of that. So like we're gonna have 2 more weeks where we're gonna be talking about co-op and also like resources. So like we're gonna be posting on our website, so like stay tuned for that. And we also have like BTM student resources. So on here, like let's say you want the class calendar for this year, or you want co-op or anything like that. So everything's like linked on there. And then the next slide. So yeah, and then just kind of like a final wrap up for that. So with everything, just our contact information for like the Instagram, as we said before. With that, we like post almost like every other day with like different stuff that's happening at Ryerson and stuff like that. So the best way to kind of like, if you have a question, let's say like just going on Instagram and DMing us like, hey, I have a problem with this RAMS course or whatever, like we're glad to help out. Or like you want a question about co-op or stuff like that, we've gotten multiple DMs from different students. So you can always do that. And that's kind of just the way you can kind of keep in track. But yeah. And then that kind of like wraps it up. And then we just had like a Q&A kind of section. So like if anyone had any questions, but we were also going to kind of talk about our ITMSA experience, if there was none. Anything?
Any questions, guys?
So yeah, you can type it or say it, anything.
I guess while we're waiting for questions, if you don't mind sharing your experiences on ITMSA, I think that would be great.
Yeah, I guess I can start. So I first joined, so within ITMSA, we had this thing called Connect IT, which is a conference. So I joined through that during first year as a marketing associate. And from there, that's kind of like where, especially in first year, when you don't really have a lot of friends and stuff like that in such a new environment, that's kind of where I met all my friends. And then from there, I also learned marketing, and I found out that I had a passion for that. And I was actually in the BTM program before, and then after this kind of experience, I switched programs into marketing major because it made me really realize that this is what was right for me. So like a big experience that you can get from student groups is kind of just being involved and just kind of like meeting upper year students, hearing their experiences and realizing maybe this is not right for me, and kind of getting their advice and stuff like that. And then Mike and Reha.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Do you want to go first?
No, you can go. But there's like a question. So how will being on ITMSA benefit you as a student or in general? I think you could kind of use that format to answer.
Yeah, so kind of like how Shazine was saying, like what in first year, just looking for places that you can kind of join and get more experience, especially within your program. So that's kind of how I joined ITMSA too, being part of the BTM program. And it wasn't until I joined and started like attending the events that I really felt like there was a benefit and I could see that change. So if the ITMSA team, there's a lot of different benefits you would get. You would get a lot of exposure to not just industry insight on BTM and those connections, but also kind of different areas. Like some people might have not known how talented they were at actually being able to plan and organize events, or doing finances, or being great at social media marketing. So there's different areas you can explore and see if you want to kind of maybe branch out into a different career. And in terms of the application process, as what that was one of the questions, generally we hire in fall, and we'll just be posting more information about that very soon. So stay tuned on our social media. That's where we post all of our hiring stuff. And I think there's a second question if you want to answer that, Mike.
Yeah, so I guess I'll go with my last year's experience. I was an events associate, and I kind of did a lot of, small things here and there, but you get to kind of expose yourself to how, the events are run and what really happens in terms of all the things that you have to do to prepare for them. And it's really interesting, like when they actually happen, like there's a lot that goes on, and there's a lot of things that you have to adjust for, and a lot of, it's just a lot of fun in terms of just getting things together and putting ideas into real life. So that's kind of like the main focus, is doing that and doing that with your friends and things like that. And that's really good. And the other question was, what are you looking forward to this year? Probably school, because it's going to be super interesting with everything online. I'm pretty curious about how the process will be and things like that. I'm sure everyone else is. And yeah. If there's anything else.
I think that basically kind of wraps it up. Just like a follow, kind of just to end it off, because I know there's like a minute left. Just to like follow us on our Instagram, and then if you have any questions, just just DM us there, and then we'll like answer. But yeah, that's a little bit about ITMSA.